Thank you for watching the most profitable show in crypto history. Stop everything that you're doing. Now it's crypto time. Welcome to the Crypto Villas Show.
Fala pessoal, bem-vindo ao canal do Crypto Villa, muito obrigado pela presença. Fazendo a introduçãozinha rápida aqui antes da entrevista, ó. Se inscreva no meu canal, se não se inscreveram ainda, se inscreva, toca no sininho, todas as notificações, tá? E também me sigam no Twitter e no Instagram, tá bom? Me sigam lá para informações mais rápidas, pessoal. Primeiro eu jogo lá, como vocês sabem, tá? E se quiser uma conversa mais profunda, aí vai lá no nosso grupo do Telegram. Todos esses links estão aqui embaixo na descrição do vídeo. Pessoal do Instagram tem que ir para o YouTube, tá? Hoje é um dia muito especial. Vou chamar aqui a CMO do Hydraverse, tá, pessoal? Hoje tá tudo certo, tá? A gente já vai começar a entrevista aqui. Então, vou chamar ela aqui para o show, tá? Vamos lá, vamos lá. Deixa eu só tirar aqui um minutinho. Vamos lá, cadê? Hi, Tracy. Welcome to the show.
Hi. So glad to be here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for coming. So, Tracy, the first question is, what the Hydraverse is about? Can you please do a small introduction?
Yeah, of course. So I will have a very brief introduction about myself and talk a little bit about Hydraverse.
Perfect.
So, okay, so here we go. I'm Tracy. I am now the CMO of Hydraverse, and currently I'm working at China Solution, which is a top 10 blockchain company in Vietnam. And this is the place where I also team up with my core members in Hydraverse. And we also have the same passion for the racing game and also admire the legendary dragon. So we team up and create the project. So having the chance to work on this project is like a blessing to me. And it's my honor to be here to be the guest of AMA today. And let's start a little bit about Hydraverse. Hydraverse is a metaverse play-to-earn PvP dragon racing game in which users have many financial opportunities through the digital NFT dragons. So players in Hydraverse can enjoy training dragons or trading, staking, winning, or even betting. So it is inspired by the training racing games, and I mentioned before the legendary dragons. Our team want to create a one-of-a-kind game that combines dragon racing game and metaverse play-to-earn game, where the state-of-the-art technologies, for example, like AR or VR blockchain are applied. So last but not least, I have to say that Hydraverse promised to bring the most unique experience and a wide range of exciting activities for players.
That's good. And can you explain a little bit how the breeding and training of dragons is going to work?
Yeah, okay. So in Hydraverse, users have to take part in many incredible activities such as breeding, training, as you mentioned, and many other, for example, like racing or training. Yep. So the gameplay here is that, for example, about the breeding, we let the dragons have the chance to play with each other, and in addition to practicing racing for dragons, players also need to care about their dragons by taking care of them. For example, they need to feed the dragons so as to earn experience. They have to bathe the dragons so the dragons would receive more happiness, and they have to go and have fun with the dragons, teach the dragon, so the dragon also have the happiness. Why we mentioned about the happiness here because the happiness index will affect the dragon performance. So the players need to pay attention to the dragon regularly, especially before the race, because if they do not receive enough happiness, they will perform badly in the race. And about the training, the training activities, the players after complete their task, so they also have the chance to level up the dragons by in the training area. The training tasks are like a mini game in which the players could upgrade the dragons by increasing the experience points. And on the training race cost, it's also totally possible to earn some ATV too. The training is the training turns limited within the day, but the players also have chance to purchase it in the shop. Yeah.
Okay. So then you can race your dragon, right? Will there be some kind of cup or tournament?
Yeah, I think cup or tournaments is one of the most popular in every racing game. So we do have the cup or tournament. So uh, let me tell more about the tournament. Firstly, we hold a cup called Hydra Cup. Every year, Hydraverse will hold Hydra Cup in December, and the tournament brings together hundreds of riders selected through weekly and monthly races. Each week, there are 9 best riders in the system are selected to participate in the monthly race. And the monthly race will include 36 races divided into 6 different tables in the form of a very random draw. So the top 6 of each group will advance to the monthly finals. And the winner is going to join the Hydra Cup at the end of December every year. So the final round, there will be a final round of the year includes 12 strongest racers will gather in the epic racetrack, and 12 riders will be divided into 4 groups, which include 3 riders each group, and there will be 4 winners of the group will participate in the 1-on-1 confrontation round, and 2 winning teams will continue to the final match to who win the Hydra Cup. Yeah, we choose from round to round, little by little. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And can you tell us a little bit about the experience with VR, in Hydraverse?
Yeah, okay. So the experience with the VR. Um, to tell the truth, we will have the VR out about the um, last quarter of next year. But okay, so but this year we are going to launch the alpha test, which include the AR experience, and also we have offline training and offline raising the dragon. So let me tell more about this feature. The first feature is AR, and the second feature in the alpha test, which will be out in 7 December today, is AR and training dragons, and the third will be announced later. But about the AR and VR, they will have to send. They have the chance to invite friends or to let their friends see the dragon by the QR code or some reference code, and let's imagine when we have we can see the amazing dragon out there, and within the place where we live, it is very such interesting experience. I believe so.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And will Hydraverse have some collectibles?
Yeah, Hydraverse we're gonna have some collectibles, for example, like some items on the game that during the race or during the training section or during the everyday life of the dragons, they will might find some uh, based on the story, based on the story of Hydraverse. There will be the balls, the dragon balls, which is located on the Hydra mount, and who receive or who find down the diamond will have such collectibles and receive many benefits. Yeah.
Okay. Just a moment, Trace. I'm going to say something for my audience here in Português. Pessoal, só para lembrarem vocês podem deixar pergunta a qualquer
Yeah, of
momento,
course.
tá? Eu vou respondê-la, eu vou questioná-la sobre no final aqui da stream, tá bom? So, coming back here, I have some questions about the team. First, can you talk a little about the Hydraverse team? I don't know how many people are working.
Hi, can you say the question again? It seems like the internet is not
Sure.
stable.
No problem. It's about the team. Can you talk a little more about the Hydraverse team? How many people are working or other informations?
Yeah, okay, so let me talk about our team. Basically, there will be a CEO, CTO, CMO, and COO. But to be more specific, our team include Ryan, who is the CEO of Hydraverse, and he is the one who came up with the idea and also have a very interesting thoughts about the project. And yes, he's now the CEO of One Tap Studio also. And we also work with Tuan Nguyen, who is the tech leader of the channel solution. He in charge of the blockchain technology of Hydraverse. And to tell the truth, he's such an hardworking and very incredible person who always find out very interesting. And we believe that with his talents, Hydraverse will have such amazing blockchain technology to be applied. And the COO Quang Nguyen, within about 5 years, he has 5 year experience in the sector. He's now directing the game development with Hydraverse teams, and also I am joining the project with the CMO, and after my background is about the Patriots University in Vietnam, and after graduating, I also worked for several big firms and joined Hydraverse. Yep.
Mhm.
So about the number of team, we have like approximately 10 members, but I will just mention about some core names. Yeah.
Okay. And are there any partnerships or backers?
Of course, we do have the partnership and backers. To be the most updated about the partnerships is that we have the partnership from EXCE News, and we also have some partnership with Roseon Finance, and let's say Safe Launch, X Network, CKK Venture, Amara Capital, Adverse Capital Sector Starter, VBC, and we have advisor, for example, Mr. Common from BSC News is my marketing advisor. We also have Eric from X Network as our strategic advisor. Mr. Arts from WBS, Kai Nguyen, etc. And we are based in Vietnam, so in our local country, we also partner with, for example, SGN Capital, Crypto Family Trading, and more partnership will be announced later. And being in Hydraverse, our advisor and partners will provide invaluable marketing assistance to aid Hydraverse development and will assist us in expanding our ecosystem. Yeah, and okay.
And about the token economics, can you talk a little bit about, I don't know, the use case of the token?
Okay, so about the tokenomics and use case. Sure, I would like to share our tokenomics. Hydraverse token symbol is 8DV, and we have the total supply of 500 million, like let's say with eight zeros, and about the utility of 8DV, we have the gacha buy-in. We also have the payment for transferring NFT dragons, payment for breeding and training packages, payment for renting dragons. And when you play the game, you will mostly do your activities with the 8DB, from training, purchasing, staking, renting, or joining tournaments. And we know if a token has its utilities, it will bring investor more value as you play the game. That's about the use case of LTV.
Oh, got it. And what will be the initial market cap and the hard cap, the total raised?
Okay, so I will dive in more about the figures and the statistic of the tokenomics.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the allocation investing schedule. We have the seed round for angel enthusiast strategic advisors from the beginning of the project, 1.6%, and about the private line, we have 8.6% for funds, KOLs, PR, media partners who will support the project on marketing, connecting launchpad, listing, etc. About the public round, we have 1.3% for the community who buy IDO on launchpads, and 28.5% we have for the play to earn part, 5% for marketing and partnership, 15% for development team, 8% for the community, 20% for team and advisor, and lastly will be 12% for liquidity and listing. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. And how about the IDO? When and where?
Okay, thank you for asking for the IDOs. It's very close. We having IDOs on BinStarter this December on 14 December. And BinStarter is an incubator, decentralized VC, and launchpad. They have an in-house team of 20 developers in Europe and 50 front-end support in Philippines, so they can provide Hydraverse an end-to-end support, including advisory, marketing, development, and connections with partners. Recently, they have launched an extremely successful project that took X100 at 88 from SEMPRE sales and being started around uh, 100 and like 20x 88 from sales price, and Hydraverse will be the next project that X many times if we have bin starter support. So we believe launching a bin starter would be the very best way to promote Hydraverse. Basically, the idea will be three phases. The first phase is royalty allocation. The next phase is the gleam, and the third phase is the FCFS on remaining card. Of course, for the first phase, we'll have to stake at least uh, 500 BSR to get a ticket. But for the second phase, it will depend on your luck and how many friends you invite to join. So we also have the full instruction that have been listed in Medium and every media, so you can take a look at that.
Okay. And how about SEX, Centralized Exchange and Listing? Is there already some negotiation going on?
Yeah, of course, we also do some negotiations with some SEX, um, Centralized Exchange. As you know, um, to be listed on decentralized exchange is now very popular, but to be listed on centralized exchange is the project that needs to be transparent, needs to be sustainable, and the project that requires many requirements, many specifications, and also if we be listed in SEX, we would be like receive many popularity, which is the very interesting part that we are aiming at. So we do have some negotiation with SEX and will be announced to community later.
Okay. And do you guys have any KPIs or goals that you can share with us? I don't know, number of players, cups, NFTs.
Okay, so about the number of players, we do have the KPIs, Uh, to be specific, on the alpha test game, which is launched on 7 December today, we expect to receive 200 players at the very first stage. And after that, we will develop the marketplace, the game, so as to receive many more players. So at least in the alpha test, we will have 200, two, like, let's say, two, uh, 200 and like I think that's more, but I need to check out
Problem.
the number. Yeah, to be more specific, I think about 2,000. Yeah, to be more specific, which is not messed up with any kind of figures. We have 2,000 players in the alpha test game, which is our expectations in the very first step. Yeah. And also the number of community has been reached 116K in just about 2 weeks. And that's such incredible figures, and we really appreciate the community that have support us all the time.
Okay. So right now I'm gonna to roll out a small video here, and then we come back for questions and answer. Right?
Yeah, okay.
Like this video, subscribe to Crypto Villa's channel, and click on the bell button in order to turn on your notifications. Also, don't forget to follow him on Twitter. That's the only way to get notified earlier, so you can take advantage of this. Information is power. Early information is profit.
Will the Hydraverse AR work with VR and smartphone cameras?
Yeah, of course, we will work with the smartphone cameras, and we do have the devices available in Android and iOS also. We do launch the game for uh, smartphones and PCs, and the QR code will be on both, but on AR and VR will be on smartphone.
Okay, thank you. The next question is from Edson, but don't worry, I'm going to translate to you.
Yeah, just surprising.
How is gonna be the IDO exactly? It's gonna be on many platforms or just the Bean Starter?
We have two launch pads on Bean Starter and Engine Starter. There will be IDO on Engine Starter and Bean Starter, two launch pads. Yeah.
Two launch pads, perfect. So I think that's all. Thank you so much for coming, Tracy. It was
Yeah, thank you
a
so
very
much.
nice Q&A, and maybe you can come back here in some months, and we can see what Hydraverse already achieved, and catch up.
Yeah, so thank you so much, and thanks for the watchers, and have mentioned many interesting questions for us.
So, Tracy, you have any final thoughts that I'd like to share? I don't know, call the people to the Twitter, to the Telegram.
Yeah, of course. Let's just stay tuned to our up-to-date information in the group chat in Telegram and as well as the Twitter, so as to be not informed about the project and our VCs and our partners, which is with very like precious information, so that you have the right decision and we enjoy the game with the best experience. Yep.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Tracy. Big pleasure have you here. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. So thank you so much.
Pessoal, muito obrigado pela presença, tá? E hoje às 9 da noite tem mais uma live. Até mais. Tchau, tchau.